All right, here we go. Okay, I think we did it. Hey guys, CryptoDad here again, and welcome to the live stream Friday night, 6 p.m., the live Q&A in LA. Thanks for joining me. A little bit of technical difficulties to kick off this thing, but I think we're good. So let's get started. Okay. Oh, let's put this thing back up. There we go. Let's see. Let's get rid of that. All right, I'm gonna pop out the. Here we go. Hey, Thomas Roller. My gosh, look at this guy. Let's pop this out. Thomas Roller. Hi, my computer wasn't turning on. I noticed my AC plug was not plugged in. Do you think that has something to do with my computer not working? No. I think there's probably a loose screw between the monitor and the keyboard. That's probably your problem. That's probably the school. Hey, Grand Illusion, nice to see you. Hey, Tom, good to see you. Surprised you made it. Chippy, hi. Scott Lee, thank you. And once again, Scott, thank you for always commenting when I post a video. You don't know how much that means to me. We'll go through the news today, but I will mention that, let's see over here. Let's do it over here. Where are we here? YouTube. This is a better interface, I think, than going to my home stream. The latest video that I posted was how to buy Litecoin. Let's go over here. The latest video that I posted was how to buy Litecoin on the Stellar Network.
Traveling for business doesn't have to feel like work.
Guys.
Get 5 times point.
A quick word from our sponsor. Exchange. So I talked about the Stellar Network and Litecoin, and how you use the decentralized network to buy coins. I use Stellarport, which is a decentralized network which works with the Stellar Network. And went on their exchange, logged in using my ledger. Let's see where we go here. At some point I bought some coins. There we go. They have a decentralized exchange which works with the Stellar Network. And I managed to buy some coins. A new coin called Litecoin. So if you're interested in Stellar, maybe I'll go through that a little bit. But that's the latest video that I did. And so let's talk about the news. If we go over here to our description for tonight. Oh, I'm going to install Ledger Live. I'll walk you through that. And the reason why is because my hard drive failed this week. Right after I posted a video, I think on Monday it was. Monday or Tuesday? Or Wednesday. I guess it was Monday. Yeah, so I came home, black screen, said it couldn't find a boot device, and did some troubleshooting and can't get the drive to boot. And it was a 960, the Samsung M2 drive, and it just completely failed me. So I couldn't get it to boot, so I ordered a replacement and have spent the last few days reinstalling Windows. And I have a boot drive that has Windows and not much else. And then I have a secondary drive with all of my documents. But there were some cryptocurrency. Unfortunately, cryptocurrency wallets store a lot of their blockchain data in your app data folder, in your roaming folder. So I did have to restore some of my cryptocurrency wallets. So it was a bit of a pain. But I haven't had a chance to reinstall everything, and so I thought, hey, why don't I install Ledger Live? So we'll go through that. And let's go over here to Brave. Let's go to the Brave browser. Let's look at our topics for tonight. One of the first ones was U.S. lawmakers ask SEC to clarify ICO regulations. And so basically there is a new caucus in Congress, and they are trying to put forth some cryptocurrency laws, bills, however you want to call it, to take advantage. And basically their premise is, you know, it's emerging technology. We need to get ahead of the game before other countries do. That's basically the U.S. Congress type of position, which seems to make sense to me. Who knows? You know, of course they're talking about regulation, but they're also talking about adoption, which I like. It's nice that the Congress is moving on this. And so I guess today or yesterday they alerted the SEC that they would like some clarification on some of the regulations, especially concerning ICOs, or initial coin offerings. As you know, or may not know, an ICO is geez, this thing just won't stop, will it? All right, sorry guys, it's behind me anyway. My little face here. These ICOs are usually on the Ethereum network. Wow, this just will not stop. Oh, okay. You know, because I just installed my antivirus just before we got going here. Anyway, it's connecting to all my home stuff. So anyway, an ICO is a way that a company, usually a blockchain-based company that wants to issue tokens or a new cryptocurrency, raises money. And they usually will do it on the Ethereum network, sort of a smart contract, where people, the coin gets issued, and people can buy the coin with Ethereum. So it's good for the Ethereum network, and it's good for these new ICOs. It allows them to raise money. But sometimes these ICOs are little more than, you know, a bright idea or a not so bright idea. So, and people claim that there's been fraud. I don't know how much fraud there is. There probably is some. But I'm assuming most of it's well-intentioned, but maybe not so well planned out. Anyway, Congress wants the SEC to clarify their rules. Right now, people in the U.S. cannot participate in the vast majority of initial coin offerings. And so hopefully we'll get that changed. All right, so that's good news. I look at that as a good news story. More adoption. When you get time to sell a large quantity of Bitcoin or recent cash in a few dollars. I'm not really a financial guy. Those of you who listen to my live stream, I'm not much about advising people on coins and what to buy and when to sell, and so I'm not really the best person to ask. If you want to know, like, how do I buy coins on Coinbase, or how do I move Bitcoin from one wallet to another, you're in the right place. Okay, how is the price different? Crypto is different exchange. How is it the prices from different cryptos on different exchanges every day are so close? Well, I would hope that they would be, because they're a representation of the current value of the coin. The U.S., I believe, the SEC, there are, for commodities trading exchanges, they have regulations where they have ways of sort of amalgamating all of the different trading locations, I guess, to get what we would call like an overall price of, say, gold or pork bellies or cotton futures or corn futures or whatever it is. That's, you know, the SEC, or I'm not sure who, somebody regulates those exchanges. So as we know, cryptocurrency exchanges are not regulated, but I guess in the Wild West we would hope that, you know, if the price of Bitcoin is 6,000 on one exchange, that it's not going to be 7,000 on a different exchange. Things would just go crazy. So we're hoping that the reason that these prices are roughly the same on several, lots of different exchanges is because they reflect the current, value of the coin. Now, having said that, I know that in many cases, certain coins are a lot more in South Korea on their exchanges. They are usually the white-hot area of cryptocurrency trading, and so you'll hear things like, well, the price of Ethereum was, $200 yesterday. It was on the upswing, and in Korea, it was like running at $250 because prices are always higher on the Korean exchanges. Anyway, let's move on to the next topic here. Actually, let me talk about this one Wall Street Journal crypto. I believe I might be able to find this. Here we go. Oh, gotta love that Wall Street Journal. How dirty money disappears into the black hole of cryptocurrency. Here we go, another let's beat cryptocurrencies over the head again by a mainstream paper trying to show everybody that cryptocurrencies are used by criminals and they're no good, and and nobody should be messing with them. I just really can't stand these mainstream these mainstream websites, news organizations bashing Bitcoins and cryptocurrencies. I mean, they've been singing that song, for the last 2 years. All you ever hear is that, oh, Bitcoin is only used by criminals. Well, we're all wiser than that now. But then here they go again, doing some big, investigation where they followed the money and they saw that, people were using decentralized exchanges to, wash their dirty money, and there were Korean hackers involved, and all of the great, buzzwords that make people, get upset and start selling. Anyway, God bless the Wall Street Journal, but boy, you suck. I'll tell you. I think that story was also sort of summed up on one of the cryptocurrency exchange. Here it is, Wall Street Journal, 88.6 million. Can you just stop and think about how much money is laundered in US dollars on a daily basis around the world, and how much money is laundered through banks? I mean, there was just a big scandal of some bank over in Eastern Europe that got caught, laundering billions of dollars, and they just, said, sorry, we won't do it again, and got their hands slapped and paid a fine. I mean, and then to point out that $88 million, I mean, Congress sneezes and it costs $88 million. That's nothing. Anyway, I'm done. I'm done. Let's see. Okay, so some people lost some money in ICOs. Yeah. And like we mentioned, that those could have been outright scams. They could have been half-brained ideas. Not good. Some price differences on various exchanges can be due to low volume or liquidity. Yes, that makes sense. Atomic Wallet, is that a good place to store crypto? Legacy buttheads, I like that. How BitPay works, yeah, in Denmark. Okay, yeah, I'll get to the BitPay thing. Let's go over a couple of the topics that I had planned that I found interesting. BitPay, BitTorrent. There is a cryptocurrency called Tron, which you should be aware of. It was in the top 10 a few months back. It is since occupying number 13, run mostly Chinese company, run by a man named Justin Sun, who's very outspoken and flamboyant. And Tron purchased the BitTorrent, which is a file sharing website. You can check it out. Hope I spelled that right. I think I was on it. Yeah. All right. So, you know, it's file sharing. And if you were or still use file sharing, you'll know that generally what happens is that someone will post a file on his computer and share it. And then other people can download the file. Now, if it's a popular file, back in the day, it was always pirated movies. You know, if it's a popular file, then a lot of people are sharing it, and it's easier to download. There's more people sharing. There's more connections. It's faster and better. So what Tron wants to do is they want to encourage people to upload files. Now, we're not talking about pirating anymore. That's like days gone by. We're talking about content creators posting their content on a file sharing website and then getting rewarded with cryptocurrency for doing so. They're trying to change the paradigm where people can post on a file sharing and get rewarded with. It's similar to the way the Brave browser works with BAT tokens. So this is a great an interesting venture, and I hope that it takes off. It'll be good for Tron, it'll be good for BitTorrent, and it'll be good for adoption, and good for new technology. All right? And let's see, what else did I want to talk about? Tom Lee says that Ethereum is set for a major rally in the near future. So that might be interesting. We all know that Ethereum has just been hammered lately. It's lower now than it was last year. I'm not sure about this exact date a year ago, but Ethereum was peaked out at about 1,200 per share or per coin back in early January, and it was beat down to around 400, and then over the last month or so, it's like really been beat down, even lower than 200. So it's got a lot of room to pick up. So somebody famous, Tom Lee, is saying that Ethereum could see a major rally, and that'll be good for everybody. So I like stories like that. And let's see what else we got here. There's a story about Stellar. I'm a little partial to Stellar. Stellar could benefit from the new Coinbase update. Coinbase has been, adding a lot to their platform lately, and I'll demonstrate a little bit. But they might add Stellar as something that people might be able to purchase, which might be interesting. Because, right now the only 4 coins you can buy on Coinbase are Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and Ethereum Classic, and Bitcoin Cash. Right? But that's not very many. When you think about all of the cryptocurrencies out there, there's thousands of them. Just take a look at Bittrex or Binance, and there are a lot of coins out there that could be sold on Coinbase. And Coinbase is beginning to add new coins. And they're also adding kind of a basket cryptocurrency offering on their site, which gives you kind of like sort of an index fund for the hot cryptocurrencies. So a lot of stuff going on over at Coinbase. That'd be cool. How does BitPay work? Okay, Miami Beach wants to know, how does BitPay work? So basically, when let's say you want to go, I don't know how far I can take this, but we'll try. If you're on, say, a site that accepts Bitcoin, and you say, okay, I want to buy a laptop, and I probably won't be able to take this all the way down to its fruition, but we'll try. Where are we? Okay, I need a shopping cart. All right, I don't want the. All right. Okay, so I want to buy it, right? They used to have Bitcoin on here. Let's try this. Yeah, you you gotta log in to get it. Okay, let's continue as guest. All right, there we go. Ah, now they want all this information. Ah, okay. All right. So anyway, you're gonna get to a point where it says they accept Bitcoin, and you'll say, oh, okay, Bitcoin it is. And when you have a Bitcoin wallet, and then when you go to buy it, it'll say something like, oh, you need a BitPay compatible wallet. And what happens is NewEgg will generate a link, a BitPay link. And the BitPay link, you'll click on it, and your wallet will open, and it will tell you, okay, send us 1.5 Bitcoin for your build, right, whatever. Or in this case, maybe, you know, 0.5 Bitcoin. And it'll get paid out of your wallet to BitPay. And what BitPay does is they immediately convert it to cash and pay NewEgg. So NewEgg doesn't have to deal with the volatility of Bitcoin. BitPay is a middleman, and BitPay will accept my Bitcoin, convert it directly into cash, and then give it to NewEgg. They're a third-party service. Now they, you know, there have been complaints about it that they charge too much or whatever, or it's slow, or I don't know. You know, I do believe, I could be wrong about this, but I do believe that NewEgg used to just accept Bitcoin cold. I seem to remember back in the first time I ever bought anything on NewEgg with Bitcoin back in 2014, they just said, okay, send your Bitcoin to this address within half an hour, and we'll complete your order. And I did, and they confirmed it, and I got my order. And I guess, though, in 2017, they were worried about the volatility of the price of Bitcoin, so they started using BitPay. Oh, no problem. Why don't we install Ledger Live so we can talk a little bit about how the Ledger works and how you install Ledger Live. Boy, I got just connections everywhere. I hope nobody's hacking me. Okay, so we go to Ledger. And so, like I mentioned, my computer was, my hard drive failed, and now I'm reinstalling everything from scratch. I reinstalled Windows, I reinstalled, you know, my OBS Studio, my video editing software, everything. But I hadn't quite gotten to Ledger Live yet, so I thought I would save it as an exercise. Let's do it. So we go to the Ledger homepage and hit Live, and it takes us to their Live page. And you hit Download Now, and you can download the latest version of Ledger Live. I believe this button is platform specific, so if you're on a Mac, you'll get the Mac version. All right, so I downloaded it earlier, so I should see it here. Ledger Live, here we go. It's the latest version. I just downloaded it this morning. Oh, and it might crash my... It might crash, yes. Oh, no, it came back. Yay! It used to freeze, would just totally whack out my screen capture. But this time it got through it. See what happens when you install a fresh system? All right, so we're going to run the install. Now, mind you, the hard drive failed, but the Ledger did not. I still have all of the Ledger apps on here that that were on here before the computer or the hard drive failed. So now I'm setting it up. It thinks it's the first time I've ever used it, right? So I'm going to use a device that's already initialized, right? And I'm going to tell it to Ledger Nano S, and we'll continue. Let's get all this clutter out of the way. Let's get all these out of the way. Boy, I hate desktop shortcuts. All right, so yes, I chose the PIN code. Yes. Let's see, is it? Let's hope so. It probably wants me to do something. Oh, I need to enter my PIN. And after I've entered my PIN, I'm going to need to navigate to the dashboard, which is basically the home page of the ledger. You know, that part where you're at, where all the apps are. And then it wants me to verify. So I'll hit that. And I passed, right? All right, so now it wants me to set up a password. Well, let's see. Let's do it over here. Was that the right password? Let's hope. Okay, looks like I did it. All right, I don't like reporting bugs to anybody because that's just another level of complication. Okay, so it worked, right? Now, I know I'm lucky because I'm like the used car salesman. The cars always behave for me. Not always. Sometimes things go wrong for me too. All right, so I have some apps on here already. I've been having some trouble with the focus today with the new setup, but I've got Stellar, Digibyte. There's some apps on here. All right, so let's try Bitcoin. Let's try the big boy first. So I've got Bitcoin on here. The private keys are still on here. Nothing happened to my ledger, but I need to set up Live again. So what I need to do is add an account. So I'm going to add an account, and I'm going to add Bitcoin, and it's going to search the ledger for any private keys that may be on there. And it wants me to go into the Bitcoin app, right? So we'll hit both buttons, and then we'll continue. All right, it found a little bit of Bitcoin in a legacy address. And it found 0 Bitcoin in another legacy address. And it found 0 Bitcoin in a different legacy address. And I believe there's one more Bitcoin wallet that's got a small amount of Bitcoin in it. And that's it, I believe. It could keep going for a while, but it's going to stop. All right. Now you'll notice in this interface that had I not had any Bitcoin accounts, I could just have added a blank one. You see down here, it gives me the option of just adding a blank one, which would be a SegWit address, right? A one that begins with, well, I think they still begin with 3. So it found a little bit of Bitcoin in here, it found a little bit Bitcoin in here, and it found these 2 empty wallets. And it will have transaction histories for both of these. So at some point, Bitcoin came in and out of those wallets. There was an address there. But I don't really care about that. So I'm just going to deselect them. I don't need those 2. And I'll hang on to these other 2. And I don't really want the 1 in front of it. So I'm just going to take that off. So you can edit this field too. And you could call these anything you want. You could call them, you know, marshmallows if you wanted to name your Bitcoin account Marshmallow or My Money or whatever you want to call it. And there we go. We go add account and boom, there we go. And you'll notice that right away that it updated the portfolio. It told me how much money I have in Bitcoin. Now this thing here I'm not that crazy about because it's just indicating that I've added Bitcoin to the wallet, which, like, I knew that. It would be, I think it would be better if it would just reflect the current price of Bitcoin, right? And okay, so there's some other cryptocurrencies on here too. I won't go through all of them tonight, but there is some Vertcoin on here. So let's add a little Vertcoin. I mean, well, let's add the Vertcoin account, right? Here it is. And it wants me to enter the Vertcoin app on the Ledger device, so I will hit both buttons. All right. And it's going to scan the Ledger for any private keys, for any wallets that I may have created in the past. Should find one. God willing. All right. So it found one that's got the 67 Vertcoin on there. And then you'll see it also gave me the option of adding a blank one if I wanted, right? And like I said, I don't really like the one, but Vertcoin is a good description, so I'm going to keep that. And there we go. And then you see now the portfolio, it gives you an overall view of the value of all of your cryptocurrency on your Ledger Live. All right. I did a video on how this works. And then I think I've got and then I'm exiting out of the Vertcoin. And let's go over to Digibyte. I'm going to enter the Digibyte app. And then I'll go ahead and add the Digibyte account. And it should scan. You'll see it's already open, so I didn't stop. And it's going to scan for any Digibyte private keys that I have on here. And it found one. And I guess it's a legacy. All right.
Okay, go to the left.
And it's okay. So it didn't find any more. I might at some point move this legacy Digibyte into like a regular Digibyte. So why don't I just leave this here for now? And maybe later I'll move some over. Or maybe tonight. Whatever. Alright, so now, as you can see, there's some value to this portfolio. Now, I've been wondering... What is it? Oh, September 24. I received some Bitcoin in here. I'm not sure if that was... Let's see. Yeah. So, you know, I'm looking at the Blockchain Explorer. You can see that this Bitcoin was distributed to multiple people from one wallet, and I got some of it. And what that was my take from my affiliate link. When you click on my affiliate link and buy a Ledger Nano S, they reward me with a little piece of the sale. So that's a good way to generate some passive income for you guys out there. I can't withdraw my ETH from MinerGate. Can you help? Interex BTC and Bitcoin Cash are two different coins entirely. Yes, Bitcoin Cash forked off of Bitcoin, but now they are completely different coins, right? Error code 06F01 when sending Litecoin to exchange from Ledger Live. I've never seen an error message, but sometimes there's an issue with you're trying to send the newer Litecoin as opposed to the legacy Litecoin, and the exchange is expecting legacy Litecoin. I know it's kind of messed up. I do have Litecoin on here, so let's see if we can kind of go through this. I helped someone a couple weeks ago with something similar to this. Let's add Litecoin. And there are two types of Litecoin. There is legacy Litecoin, which uses the older address format, which used to start with a 1 at the beginning of the address. And then the SegWit Litecoin had a 3 at the beginning of the address. And I think they've changed it now to where it's a letter. it's even more confusing than it was. But I believe if you try to send, let's say, let's take these ones out again. And I don't need the empty one. We'll just take that off. We'll just add these two Litecoin accounts and close this out. All right, so this Litecoin, which there's a little bit of it in there, is the new address format, right? So if we hit receive, you'll see it starts with an M, right? That's the newer format. So sometimes when you try to send from this newer type of Litecoin wallet or this newer type of Litecoin address, it gets rejected on the other end. So what you really need to do is, oh, and I need to confirm this on here. What you'll need to do is somehow get your Litecoin into an older type address format. Now, I believe there are some ways to convert your Litecoin. There's some converters. Or you could open an older style wallet and transfer. I don't know if you can transfer the newer into the older. Yeah, it gets a little tricky. But it sounded, I don't know, this error code 06F01. Let's see if that comes up anywhere. Ledger? Okay, so you're apparently not the only one that has happened to. An internal error that should not occur. Yeah, well, I mean, errors, unfortunately, they will occur eventually. I did get another curious error, address out of range. Now, there are quirky things with the ledger that can be fixed by just plugging and unplugging. So, I think the one guy here is mentioning, hey, why don't you just unplug it and plug it back in and try again? I don't know how many times you've tried to do this. And I will mention also that there are a lot of quirky things where, like, you'll launch the wallet, but if you weren't already in the app when you launch the wallet, things don't work right. You need to, like, close the wallet, and then enter the app, and then, but that's not really with Ledger Live. That's with like Stellar and Tron, who use their own wallets to access your private keys. But they get a little quirky like that sometimes. Sometimes you might try it in a different order. Like, okay, I'll send it, and then when it tells me to enter the app, I'll enter the app, and then I will confirm. And if that fails, you might try, well, okay, before I open the wallet, I'll go ahead and enter my PIN and enter the Litecoin app, and then launch Ledger Live and try to send to the address of the exchange and see if that works. So I don't see anyone here that gave us a resolution of this particular error. But I guess if it makes you feel better, you're not the only one that's received it. Let's see if this guy... Okay, so Ledger support is kind of dealing with this. Ledger support can be a little, take a little while. Sometimes you don't hear back from them for a while. It says it's a technical problem while communicating with the device. Let me give you a little bit of other advice. The cable that comes with your Ledger Nano is it's just micro USB, I believe. It's, you know, it's got a regular USB port on one end of it, and the part that plugs into the Ledger is micro USB, I believe. There's several of them. There's mini, micro, or whatever. But it's a fairly common cable. So you might look around your house and see if you've got any other devices that have the exact same USB cable and try a different cable. Now, you might have to run to the store, maybe go to Fry's Electronics, tell them you're looking for a USB cable. Take your ledger with you. Make sure the cable plugs into the ledger. It's not going to hurt the ledger. It's just a standard USB cable. But the ledger cables have been known to fail occasionally. So try a different cable and see if that fixes your problem. Like button, please. Thank you, Scott. For some reason, my Mac isn't working. Well, I know. These things happen. You know, I used to be a big Mac person, but my last Mac I gave away a while back, and I haven't purchased another one. I used to, you know, try to run both. I even had a Hackintosh build where, you know, I was running the Mac OS on my PC rig on a separate hard drive. So I'm pretty versed on the Mac side of things, but I haven't been using Mac for the last couple years. So I'm not really that up to date on, you know, what's going on with the Mac OS and, you know, the more common errors and whatnot. Sorry about that. Thank you, Clay. I appreciate it. Wally, thanks for joining me. I'd like to thank everybody that joined. I don't know if Tom is still here. I know Tom personally. We walk in the park in the morning. We've got, there's a walk group in our park. I live across the street from a nice park. And I started walking there about 5 years ago. And after walking in the park, on a pretty regular basis, you kind of get to know people, and you know, it's I've formed some really what I would call valuable and precious friendships with people that I have nothing in common with except the fact that we like to walk in the park together. There are a few things. You know, Tom is a computer head, musician. But there are a lot of people at the park that don't have the first clue about anything remotely related to computers, let alone cryptocurrency. But I value all those friendships. But Tom, we call him the park president. And Grand Illusion, thank you. Shahid, thanks for coming. Shane, Carmen, Michael, Scott, of course. Arwa, Jack Bills, Miami Beach, Zoran from Denmark, that's cool. Amadextrus Intrex. He was asking me about the Ledger Nano Dells. I need one. I have one whole BTC Cash. Good for you. If you're interested in buying a ledger, which I think that's what you were saying, my affiliate link is down there for ledger, I think. Might not be. Maybe it's not. Oh yeah, there it is. Affiliate links, buy a ledger. It takes you to the ledger website. I wouldn't steer you wrong. It's the official link to the ledger website. Okay, Ronald wants to know about his ETH from Ethergate. When you say you can't withdraw it, is this it? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, Minergate. Minergate.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, Minergate, there's some caveats to the way Minergate. Oh, it's not going to let me in. All right. It doesn't like Minergate. All right, let me see. Oh, I know what I need to do. I think what I need to do is, will it let me do this? Yes, I'm going to add the web exclusion there. And let's see, will it let me get into Minergate this time? Apparently not. Ah, pooies. What am I in Chrome here? Let's try Miner. Let's try MinerGate over here. Okay, it let me in. All right, so MinerGate, you can set up a you can connect your graphics card to MinerGate and it will automatically mine for you. I mean, it uses your graphic card. It's like a miner's pool that uses the power of your own graphics card. And you get shared rewards when the pool when the pool gets rewarded, they split the rewards between all the people that are contributing their power. The thing is, and I'm not logged in right now, but in order to withdraw, you have to have enough in there. So there are usually, let me see if I can get logged in. I'm pretty sure I have an account. Or I did at one point. Okay, let me see.
Wait, no. He's a real member.
See if that's going to do it. Yeah, there it is. Great password manager, by the way, and Brave browser has an extension for 1Password that works really well. You know, you just double click it and it autofills. Really cool. Okay, I've got two-factor authentication set up on this guy. So I'm going to go into my Google Authenticator, find my MinerGate. All right. All right, let's get in here. So, in order to make a withdrawal, you have to, it's supposedly, I think you can, let's see here. I think I've got some cryptocurrency in one of these. A small amount of Monero, digital note. Okay, so I got like 94 digital note. So you have to have a certain threshold before they'll even let you withdraw. And I think that you can... Let's see what it tells us here. All right, so let's say I want to withdraw 94. Okay. So basically, yeah, I've tried to do this myself and have went bleh. So basically what they want to do is they want to generate a wallet for me, like a web-based wallet, and then they'll allow me to withdraw my funds to that wallet. So, you know, you have to kind of go through the hoops to get that done. And then once it's in that wallet, then from there you should be able to withdraw from that wallet to the wallet of your choice, or leave it in their generated wallet, whatever. But if you're hitting withdrawal and you're not getting anything, it may be that you just don't have, you haven't mined enough Ethereum yet. I'm not sure where you set those thresholds. Probably in your profile somewhere. Well, I think it goes to each coin. You have to set up your thresholds. How you do it. I haven't used this site. Like I said, I got to the point where it was asking me to generate my own wallet, and I really wasn't that concerned about the digital note. I stopped using this because I'm not a big fan of how they operate. It's just I'm not. They try to do too much for me, and it's like they kind of lock. I don't have enough control over this, so I tried it out, but I wasn't a big fan of it. I don't know how much ETH you have in there, or if you're still here with us or not. But you know, I think either you are not at the threshold to make your withdrawal, or you need to follow the instructions, let them generate that wallet for you, go ahead and withdraw the ETH to that mid wallet, and then from that wallet, hopefully, you'll be able to transfer it over to whatever wallet you want, which is maybe My Ether wallet, or the Mist wallet, or the Ledger Nano S. Everyone, thanks guys for all of your encouragement. Are you interested in making a video showing how to use RDD coin to tip content providers? Well, let's find out what RDD is. I'm gonna throw up my new video ideas. You know, every time you reinstall Windows and on a clean hard drive, your computer just runs so well. It's just a joy. So let's see what it is here. Is this it? Vertcoin. Okay. Now this looks interesting. Now this idea is, I've talked about this idea already earlier today when we talked about this BitTorrent project, where you can use Tron to reward content providers and maybe even allow downloaders to tip or micropay content providers or people that have uploaded. So this is a great idea overall, and this is exactly how Brave browser works too. We talked about how Brave works. Brave, they'll give you a little bit of cryptocurrency, and as you can see, my Brave wallet is empty because I haven't imported my wallet yet. So that's I haven't done that yet, but I had some BAT in there already. They reward you with BAT. You can actually put some BAT in this wallet if you want to, and then based on your viewing habits, it will reward content providers with micropayments based on the amount of time you spend with your eyeballs on their website, which is why they call it the basic attention token. Content providers get rewarded for your attention when you're using the Brave browser. So it's a great idea. So let's look at this Vertcoin. All right. This looks really cool. I'll check it out. Cool. Yeah, I like this idea. It sort of applies, right, to the stuff that I do. I will definitely give it a try, Arwa. Who suggested that? Grand Illusion. Grand Illusion, of course, I will give this a try. You are one of my faithful live stream viewers. Sir, is Dogecoin a good investment from your opinion? If I said it right. I call it Dogecoin because it's got a dog. Of course it's Dogecoin. Thank you. Dogecoin. All right, so let's see where it is market cap wise. It's not a slouch coin. It's not a brand new coin, right? Not by a long shot. It's been around for a while. There it is. DOGE. Right? And let's look at all. And you can see when you go to the all in the chart, it shows you the full history. We can see that this coin has been around since January of 2014. And in January of this year, it peaked out at what? What is the green? Oh, the green is US dollars, right? See if I can get at the top there. Having a little trouble there. Not a lot, huh? But is it just me? I think it's just me. as you can see, it's less than a penny. It's worth about half a penny. And some may say, oh, that's next to worthless. But think about it. If you buy $100 worth of this, you're going to have, I'm not going to do the math because I can't think straight. You're going to have quite a bit of Dogecoin for $100. Dogecoin. Doggy coin. So if it were to go up to a penny, you would double your money. And if it were to go up to $1, you'd really make out. So these coins that are very small in value, you can reap good rewards if they go up. Now, whether they go up or not, that's another question. I'm not really qualified to answer that because I don't really follow Dogecoin. But if you go by my general advice that I've always given on this live stream, stick to the top 10 or top 20, and it looks like Dogecoin is right there in slot number 20. So it's no slouch. It might be interesting to see what happens, but I would never put any more money into any cryptocurrency than I was willing and able to lose, right? So I would never go out and borrow money to buy cryptocurrency. I would never spend money that I can't afford to spend on cryptocurrency. I would only use money that if I were to lose it, I would be able to accept it, you know, and not be starving and be behind on my car payments. All right. So that's my, you know, like I'm not a financial advisor, but my advice is only use money that you can afford to lose. Right. And so we're talking about a coin that's on 20 on the list. Pretty cheap right now, down from its highs. But by the same token, almost all of them are. Bitcoin's down from its highs. Ethereum is, you know, ridiculously low compared to its highs last year. XRP was like $3 in December. Bitcoin Cash was well over 1,000, like around 1,400. EOS, I don't know what its high was. Stellar is down from its highs. Litecoin was like $200 last year. Cardano was $1 last year. Now it's 8 cents. Monero was like $300 and now it's like 115. So almost all of the major cryptocurrencies are way off their highs. So if you believe in the sector and you've got money that you can afford to lose and you're willing to gamble it, you know, there's a lot of opportunities, you know, and you never know, one of these coins might, you know, or all of them might be obsolete next year for whatever reason. New coins might come out with better algorithms or whatever. So it's always a risk. Redcoin is very old. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's right. We didn't check out its chart, did we? We just looked at their website. It's ranked 63. There's no shame in being below, not in the top 20, right? No shame at all. There, I have bought some coins that are well below the 20, but if you're going to buy a coin that's like well below, way out of the 20, 63 isn't bad at all. But let's say you're looking at a coin that's, you know, just got listed or whatever. You really want to know everything you can about it before you know, risk any of your hard-earned money on that coin. So you want to do your research, make sure you believe in the technology, you believe in, you know, you believe that it's, and anyway, I'm not a financial advisor, so I won't go much further into that. But if you're going to buy a low-cap coin, do your research so you know what you're buying. Okay, so we can see that Redcoin has been around, yes, since July 14th. That's practically a granddaddy in the cryptocurrency space. I mean, Bitcoin started in 2008, And this coin has been around over 4 years. So that's really old by cryptocurrency standards. And it's well down from its highs, right? It's less than a penny. So could be something interesting to look at. So, but I'll definitely look into it and do like a video on how you go about getting it set up, maybe with a wallet, or as Grand Illusion mentioned, why don't you do a video on how you can accept it as a tip, or how you can tip content providers with it. So we still got some time left, so let's do a little crypto moving, or at least a little bit of demos, right? I did that video on Stellar today, so I was thinking maybe we could do that. So I will show you, if we go to Stellar, is this a Stellar? Oh. Stellar. Okay. Yeah, if we go to Stellar, and then we go to wallets, there are a lot of ways to hold Stellar. If you don't have any, you can buy it on a cryptocurrency exchange and transfer it to your own wallet. You can see there's quite a few different types of wallets you can get to hold your Stellar. I happen to have some Stellar on my Ledger Nano S, and as you can see, they have a Ledger wallet here. And it's web-based, but it's going to access the keys that are on my Ledger Nano S. So as you can see, it's disabled right now. I need to enter the Stellar app on my Ledger Nano S. So I'm going to enter my PIN. It's gone to sleep, of course. I haven't touched it in a while. All right, and then we'll want to go to the Stellar app. I've already got it installed on my Ledger, so we'll just hit both buttons. And that should turn blue, but it didn't. Let's just, there. I just refreshed. So once it's blue, you can go in there. And then there's your wallet, right? There's your Stellar wallet. There's my balance. This is my public key. I can send lumens out to another Stellar wallet if I want to. And so the private keys for that Stellar address are on this ledger. So I have to confirm in order for anyone to, in order to move crypto out, right? It's very secure. It's a hardware security device. Now, okay, so I've got the private keys of the Stellar. In one way, you could say the Stellar is on the ledger, right? I've got 3,000 Stellar on this ledger. But that's not really accurate, technically speaking. The 3,000 ledger, or I'm sorry, the 3,000 lumens are on the Stellar blockchain. And the blockchain is a distributed ledger with copies all over the world. I have a Stellar address, and the private key lives on this ledger, and the public key here is in the wallet. So the Stellar is not really on my ledger. It's on the Stellar blockchain. And it's not even Stellar, it's Lumens, right? Lumens is the name of their cryptocurrency. All right, so we got a wallet, we got a balance, and what can we do with it? Let's go over, let's go back. I'll leave that wallet, that Stellar wallet open. Okay? Well, let's go back to this. Here we go. I just want to show you how you get to it. So if you go to wallets, you'll see there's a wallet down here for Stellarport. Stellarport is a decentralized exchange based on the Stellar network, and it also has its own kind of built-in wallet. So like it says, go get the wallet, right? So it basically will take you to the Stellarport website, and it will allow you to set up your own wallet. Let's see how that works. Oh, it just logged me in. All right. So basically, let me log out. So when you log in, Ah, okay, good. It just did it automatically a second. I wanted to show you how this works. Now, see, when I choose login, I can create a new wallet, which I'm assuming will create like a web-based Stellar wallet on the fly, which will give me a private key that I'll need to manage and a public address that I can use to fund the wallet. And then if you pull this down, you'll see there are several ways to open your Stellar wallet. Now, the key store file would be a file that's on your computer. The public key would allow you to view a balance. The secret key is like a long number that you will store somewhere on a piece of paper or on your computer. But in my case, I'm going to use the Ledger hardware wallet. I've already got the Stellar app open, and I've already entered my PIN. So all I have to do is hit Connect Ledger, and then it gives me some info here and allows me to log in, right? And then when I log in, see that address? That's the same address that we have over here. That's my public Stellar address. So this cryptocurrency exchange has now accessed the funds in this wallet. And you might say, hey, what if someone hacks your wallet? Well, that's the beauty of the Ledger, is that there's no way to withdraw crypto unless you physically press the button to confirm the transaction, the transfer, or sign the transaction. It has to be done in person with the button. That's the security of the Ledger, right? And let's go over here to balance. And you can see there's the XLM balance. And then here is a coin that I purchased earlier that lives inside my my Stellar address, right? Just like when we go to my Ether wallet and we have an Ethereum address that has some ERC20 tokens associated with it, this is the same concept, right? These Glitcoin tokens that I purchased earlier live on inside my Stellar address. And you'll notice also that over here on the Stellar wallet, the wallet viewer, I can send and receive lumens all day long. I can look at my transaction history all day long, but nowhere does it show me the amount of Glitcoins that I hold or any other of the sub tokens on the Stellar network. I can only view them when I'm viewing my wallet in Stellar Port. And there are some other decentralized cryptocurrency exchanges that you can use. I think I found one earlier. Was let's go back to Stellar wallets. Where was that? Oh yeah, Interstellar. Okay, so I can go to Interstellar. I can do pretty much the same thing, which is pretty cool. And I'm going to enter my account, and see, I'm going to do the Ledger login. Very similar. I'm going to log in with the Ledger, and boom, you see it's got the same public address and it shows me the same balance. And I can go over to the trading window and trade on the Stellar network on a decentralized exchange. So it's pretty cool. Earlier, Glitcoin was getting a lot of action. I don't know what happened to it. Maybe not on this exchange. Although it does, the wallet does tell me that I have some, right? It just may not have it as one of their trading pairs. Let's see if it is. I forget what it was. What was it? Is it Glitcoin? GTN, right? Yeah, it is available here. Oh, I guess it's not sorted by by volume here, right? It's sorted alphabetically. So, but if we go over to this one, and we go over to the exchange, they have them. You'll see they're sorted here by volume, right? So here's a decentralized exchange for Stellar, And these are all Stellar-based tokens that you can trade. Now, it's funny, they've got this bat. I don't know if... I haven't tried this yet, so I'm not going to go out on a limb right now. But this bat is... I'm assuming that it's a basic attention token. But if I were to buy some, I would probably need to transfer it to a bat wallet. That's my assumption. Or it's like, I don't know, a sub-bat of some kind. Yeah. Because I think they've got, I thought I saw Ethereum like here. Here's BTC, that's Bitcoin proper. So I guess you could buy some Bitcoin on here too. But I'm not gonna play around with it. You know what? Maybe let's play around with Litecoin, because I can afford to buy a little bit of Litecoin. All right. So let's see how that works. So we're gonna go down here to Litecoin, right? And okay, how much? 243 XLM. Oh yeah, Litecoin is like $60, and Stellar is like 20 cents right now. Well, less, right? Like 15 cents. So let's say I've got 3,000 Stellar. Let's say I want to spend 20. It's going to give me 0.08 Litecoin, right? And I'm gonna, let's see, limit. I'll do limit because there's a limit price here for 4 Litecoin, and I'm only buying 0.8. So let's see what happens. All right, now it wants me to confirm, so I'm going to need to confirm on the device itself. So I'm going to hit confirm, and how am I going to confirm? Depending on the type of wallet, let's use the ledger, right? And then it wants me to sign the transaction. And there we go. It wants my confirmation. That's the security of the ledger. It's not going to allow anyone to hack into my wallet unless I have actually confirmed. Okay. I think this is what I want to do. I'm just doing it on... I'm winging it, guys. I don't know what's going to happen to that Litecoin, or where the hell it's going to store it. Let's see what goes into my, if it goes into my wallet, right? It's telling, yeah, it says I have 0 Litecoin. Oh, I think I need to wait for it to, it usually will tell you if you have an open order. Let's see. Usually when I did it earlier, it pops up down here at the bottom. It tells you that your trade went through. But in this case, I don't think it did. I still have 0 Litecoin. Okay. Let's see. Recent trades. No, I don't think those are mine. This may just be a bust. I'm not sure what happened. Ah, okay. So the offer is still just hanging out there. I guess probably it's such a small amount that nobody's like picked up on it. Oh, okay, there it goes. A small, a small amount. I bought the 0.08 Litecoin. It looks like. So let's go back here. Hey, there we go. All right, so it says that I have the Litecoin, but it's weird. It's on the Ledger network, which is kind of weird. Trade or pay. Let's see. Oh, I have to send it to a Stellar address. That's interesting. Huh. So, I don't know. I'll have to do some research. I didn't know that Litecoin could just sort of be traded around on the Stellar network. It's pretty interesting. You learn something new every day, right? My question that has come into my brain is, why can't I just withdraw this Litecoin to a Litecoin wallet. I think that would be cool.
How do you say it?
Let's go back here.
Oh, so I'm stupid.
Okay, so it only allows me to send it to another Stellar wallet,
Where's
apparently.
But
But no harm, no foul. It was a very small amount.
oh, 2 times harder?
Let's try withdraw. Let's go back to balances.
Does not say any
All
percent.
right, we still got our Litecoin over here. Let's hit withdraw. You want to send something to another Stellar wallet? If so, no assets available. Okay. Yeah, I need to do some more playing around on this to figure out how I get. They're probably, if I had deposited any assets on the exchange itself, I'd be able to withdraw them back into my own wallet. But I didn't. I just traded between myself. So anyway, I do. It says that I still have it, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'll do some research and figure out if I can get that. I could probably sell the Litecoin back to for Stellar if I wanted to. That's another way to do it. All right. Enough talking. Do you know Mana? Believe in Digibyte. Yay. MetaMask needs to do one for XML too. Bye, Scott. Thank you. I don't know when he did that. Oh, it doesn't really show what time. All right. So let's see. Digibyte. What can we do? Oh, you know, we talked about that Digibyte earlier. And let's say, can we get some of this Digibyte into a different wallet? Let's go to this Digibyte wallet. There's nothing in here at the moment. So I'm going to exit this Stellar app. And I'm going to go over to Digibyte. And I'm going to hit receive. And it wants me to verify. The address is showing up on the ledger device itself. So I make sure that the address showing on the ledger matches the address showing on the screen. And then I hit the little check to confirm that I'm happy. All right? And now I can copy the address. You know, it started with an S. That must mean it's the new protocol. So let's go over to this wallet, the legacy wallet, and we'll hit send. It's not a lot of money, but why not? Now let's hit recipient. And it seems to like that. Let's send 300.
What?
$8 worth. And let's hit continue. It wants me to open the app on the device, which I've done. And then it's going to probably want me to confirm that transfer, right? With a little plus, and confirm the fee also. Small fee. All right, and it says the transaction went out. And the idea is that we're just kind of moving this legacy Digibyte over to the it better come in here. Yeah, there it goes. There's 300. So now I moved my Digibyte that was in this legacy address over to a newer type Digibyte address, right? Let's go ahead and send the rest of it. What is it, 1,000? Man, I don't mind leaving a little change. All right, and it wants me to confirm this one too, right? We'll confirm the output twice. All right, there it goes. And we should watch this Digibyte disappear. There it goes. So there's only 6 Digibyte left. Let's go over to this guy. And there. Now we got the 1,300 Digibyte. So that's just an easy cryptocurrency transfer from one address to another, which is really the amazing thing about cryptocurrency. Once you've got it in your own wallet, you have total control over that currency. You can move it around anywhere you want. Just like I could pull cash out of my from under my mattress and hide it in my dresser. You know, I'm just moving it around. So it's pretty cool. All right.
I don't know why. Trap.
I will do that. All right. Anything else I can do?
Trap. In my Steam items.
Yeah, I didn't quite figure out what to do with the miner gate, right?
The only one there is
Ah, so Vertcoin is affiliated with Reddit, I'm assuming? Ah, send tips to Reddit ID users with a single click. Invite your friends to join the Reddit ID revolution. Join Telegram group for updates. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely something I should look into. It's been around for a while, and it's cheap. It's good for micropayments, you know. That's what Bitcoin was really good for a few years back. You could send like a Satoshi to somebody, you know. There were all these like Bitcoin faucets where if you went onto this web page and you checked, you know, you clicked this thing, you know, so that they could register your presence. I'm sure it generated a bit of income for them because they were throwing ads up. They would send you small amounts of Bitcoin, and if I guess you were diligent, you know, and check these things, these multiple faucets every day, you would just get Bitcoin kind of rolling in, micropayment wise. And then I believe when when Brave first came out, I believe it worked with Bitcoin, but they abandoned that because of the volatility and, you know, the run up in price with Bitcoin. They switched it over to the BAT system, which is a little more stable. So basically, that's the promise of cryptocurrencies, is that people that are willing to pay you, you know, even a penny might be a kind of a pain. So let's say I want to pay George, who runs a website, a penny, right? It would cost me more to send him the penny than the penny was worth. But when you use the Bitcoin network, or in this case the Reddit network, it only costs you, it doesn't really cost you anything, you know, because it's the network is already there, and it doesn't really charge you, it charges you a negligible fee. And that's the way Bitcoin used to work too, before it got like overblown at the end of last year. The fees were negligible. They were much, much, much lower than the credit card fees of a similar transaction. So, in other words, if I wanted to buy something for $30 on the internet and pay with Bitcoin, you know, my charge was like a few cents. That's the beauty of the system, how it was designed to be. Bitcoin ran into some growing pains. And it was instantaneous practically. It only took a minute or two for the transaction to go through. But last year, when Bitcoin went crazy, the fees were getting higher, and the transaction times were getting higher. They were taking much longer, on the order of days, weeks, sometimes. So it became more of a store of value. But the promise of the digital currency might fall to some of these smaller coins, where you can still transfer coins back and forth for negligible fees. And you notice that Digibyte did charge me a small fee, but not much, right? I don't know if they... it's not quite confirmed. It's going to take some time to confirm. I don't see... Oh yeah, the fee. There it is. 0.000374 for sending 1,000 digibytes. That's like not even, you know, it barely even comes into play at all. So that's the promise of digital currency, right? Ease of use, quick use, and you may think, oh, well, you just transferred it to your own wallet, so of course it only took a minute. Well, there was more going on than met the eye there. It was actually going out onto the blockchain, and then on the blockchain, a transaction was going through on one blockchain to a different blockchain, the Digibyte legacy blockchain to the newer Digibyte address system. So there was a lot going on there, and it happened really fast, and the fee was next to nothing. So if I had a friend with a Digibyte wallet and we agreed to pay each other in Digibyte, it would be really easy, right? And that's the idea. And that my friend could be next door or across the ocean or on the other side of the world, and all we need is an internet connection, and then we'd be able to send value to each other. That's the idea, all right? So that's nice. I got a little Bitcoin. Got $32 worth of Bitcoin today. 0.0048. About $31.50. Can't complain. My daughter's having fun over there. Weki. It's a fork of Steemit. No, I'm not familiar with that. Actually, I did hear that there were some that Glaive was branching off onto its own kind of blockchain. I believe that they did go through some. Let's see what they're saying about it. Is that what you Weku? I believe this HF20 is just kind of a patch to the existing blockchain, the Steemit blockchain. Let's Google that, right? What was it, Weku? So those of you who are familiar with, is that looks like a radio station. Let's do Weku token. Okay, there we go. I'm not sure if that's your the one year after. That appears to be an ERC20 token, which would not be on the Steem blockchain. That would be, but I may have the wrong coin there. Oh, it's a clone of Steemit. Okay. Let's try Weku and Steemit. And for those of you who aren't familiar with okay, here we go. Huh, interesting. If you're not familiar with Steemit and the way that it works, you're basically on, when you open a Steemit account, you're basically opening a Steemit wallet. And, you get an account and a wallet. And your wallet can hold Steem cryptocurrency. And you can use that cryptocurrency. You can trade it, sell it, and you can also use it to increase your influence on Steem. And you can transfer it to other Steemit users pretty easily. So it's pretty cool. And then this Weku, I guess, is they've added. My daughter doesn't laugh that much, so it's kind of funny when she does. She's usually pretty serious. She can't stop laughing. Okay, so here's the link. Okay, so it looks like it's wanting me to set up an account, but I will copy this, and we'll put this on the to-do list. check that out, see what it's all about. Because I am a Steemit user, and I do post some of my videos on Steemit. I haven't as much lately.
Wait, no, don't delete that. Don't get rid of my head moderator.
Because it's hard to maintain to double post. You know, I was double posting to YouTube and Facebook for a while, and then I kind of got tired of posting on Facebook, and then I was double posting on YouTube and Steemit for a while, and I got a little lazy and have been kind of focusing on my YouTube. But I'll check into this and see. Yeah. So if you haven't tried Steemit, give it a whirl. There's a lot of good articles that you can read on Steemit, and it's not censored in any way because it's decentralized, blockchain-based social media. You can post blogs, pictures, videos, all kinds of stuff, and it's pretty nice to check it out. Right? All right, guys. So it's about 7:30. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I've got some more. Gonna do some more videos on decentralized exchanges like Ether Delta, and there's a new one called what's it called? Bisq. There it is, Bisq. It's like lobster bisque, right? I'll do a video on installing this Bisq decentralized exchange, hopefully within the next week. And there's a lot more to come. So please join me every Friday. Let me do this thing like this, right? Don't forget, I do a live stream every Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Please join me again next week for the live Q&A from LA. Thanks for joining all the people that are here. Oops. Let's see. Oh, that didn't work, did it? Let's do that. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me, and hope to see you again soon.